It all starts with a simple moment, but precisely because of its simplicity, it feels so deep. Taehyung, with his slow pace and distinctive calm aura, seemed to be watching someone from a distance. That person is none other than Jungkook, the magne of BTS, who is busy taking photos in a place that looks familiar but full of memories. Not on a grand stage, not in an official photo shoot, but in a warm, natural setting. Two figures who have walked together for more than a decade now share a moment of silence that feels meaningful. And oh words, just a look. And that's where it all began. A spark of emotion felt by millions of soldiers around the world who saw the silence not as a coincidence, but as a SY that afternoon. The sun hung low in the Seoul city sky. Golden light penetrates the foliage, creating light patterns that dance on the rocky road surface. In between, Jungkook stood with his camera in his hand, focused on the lens as if the world had stopped spinning just for him. Taehyung, from a distance, watched, not with curiosity, but rather with quiet admiration. He knows Jungkook not only as a group mate, but as someone who grew up with him, who laughed, fell, and rose with him. Seeing Jungkook take photos is nothing new. But that afternoon was different. There is something else, maybe tranquility, maybe nostalgia. Some fans who happened to be at the venue even said that Taehyung's expression was like someone looking at memories of the past. There was a small smile on her face, faint, but enough to make anyone who was watching her feel the warmth. Jungkook has long been known to love photography. He often carries a camera with him wherever he goes, from personal trips to BTS world tours. But for Taehyung, Jungkook's camera isn't just a tool, it's a window into his heart. Jungkook always takes pictures of things that no one else sees. Taehyung said in an old interview, he can find beauty in the simplest of places. And that day, Taehyung saw that side again, Jungkook's soft, curious side. He saw Jungkook photographing wildflowers on the roadside, the shadows of trees on the sidewalk, even the light of the sun reflecting on the glass of an old shop. Each shot feels like a visual poem. Taehyung stood a few feet behind him. Do not call, do not interfere. Just watch, like someone who appreciates a moment too beautiful to be solved by sound. In a world of camera noise and glare, silence is a luxury. And that afternoon, Taehyung and Jungkook share that luxury. An conversation. But in silence, there is more honest communication than words. Some fans described the moment as a living painting. Two souls who understand each other without the need to talk. Taehyung, with his gentle gaze, seemed to want to capture not only Jungkook's figure, but also the atmosphere that enveloped him. The afternoon light, the warm air, and the sense of peace that they rarely found in the midst of crowded public life. If you've known them long enough, wrote an army on Weverse, you'll know that the way they look at each other speaks more than 1,000 sentences. It's not for nothing that Jungkook chose that place. The location is not far from the small studio where BTS used to practice in the pre-debut period. That place may be familiar to others, but for Taehyung and Jungkook, it's the place where their dreams used to first take root. Some fans recognized the location from old photos, and instantly social media was filled with nostalgic comments. Did Jungkook deliberately come there to reminisce about the past? Taehyung saw it from afar. It was like a heartfelt movie scene. Even after everything they have achieved, they still remember where they came from. Perhaps it is true that the day was not accidental. Maybe Jungkook went back there to record memories. And maybe Taehyung, who happened to pass by, or maybe came on purpose, just wanted to make sure that their little dream used to be still alive between the wall and the light that afternoon. These two BTS members have always been known for their artistic soul. Taehyung with his visual eye and subtle aesthetic sensibility, while Jungkook with his keen instinct and deep curiosity. Seeing Jungkook photograph for Taehyung is like seeing a reflection of himself. Two artists who express the world in different ways, but have the same core: honesty. There was something in the way Jungkook aimed at the camera, and in the way Taehyung noticed him, if they understood that art is not just about the result, but about the process, about seeing, feeling, and loving the world as it really is. The moment feels like a symphony without sound, two notes that complement each other. When their candid photos spread across social media, ARMY around the world immediately realized something. There is a closeness that cannot be faked. "Look at the way Taehyung looks at her," wrote one fan. It wasn't just a friend's gaze, but someone who really understood. For some, the moment seemed simple, just two comrades of the group in a public place. But for those who follow BTS's journey for a long time, it is the epitome of the long journey they have gone through, from a young boy who dreams to a mature man who learns the meaning of life. For Jungkook, photographing is not only about capturing images, but also about capturing time. And maybe Taehyung knows that more than anyone. He knew that every snap of Jungkook was a silent way to say something difficult to say. There was speculation among fans that Jungkook might be setting up a personal photography project, and the moment Taehyung saw him that day was just a small snippet of a bigger story. But beyond all theories, what is certain is, the moment is real. They are no longer nervous teenagers in front of the camera. They've grown not just in their careers, but in the way they understand the world. Taehyung and Jungkook no longer need to prove anything to anyone. Just with one look, one moment, they are already able to thrill the hearts of millions of people. "The silence was beautiful," wrote one fan on Twitter, X. "They are like two stars that shine in their own nature, but know each other that their light comes from the same source." After a few minutes, Jungkook lowered his camera, stared at the picture, then smiled slightly. He turned his head, and in the distance, seeing Taehyung standing, smiled anyway, and oh words, just looking at each other. But in that view, there are thousands of unspoken stories. Some witnesses said they then walked hand in hand, talking about something lightly. Maybe it's about the photo, maybe it's about the past, or maybe it's just about a beautiful day. What is clear is that their steps remain parallel, as they used to in the fast-paced, light-filled world of K-pop. Little moments like these are often the most powerful reminders that behind the spotlight, they are still human beings who love simple beauty. Taehyung seeing Jungkook in the picture may seem like a small thing, but for those who understand the dynamics of BTS, it's a symbol of friendship, appreciation, and connection that transcends time. For Taehyung, it was probably just a quiet afternoon. For Jungkook, it was probably just a spontaneous photo session. But to the world, it was a story of two hearts that understood each other. Without the need to speak a word, Dio, you want me to continue with the reflective part and epilogue, which delves into the meaning epilogue between light and silence. The meaning behind that look time has changed them a lot, from a teenage boy who used to wait for the bus to a small training room in Gangnam, to an adult man whose name is now known all over the world. But one thing never changes: the way they see each other. The simple moment in which Taehyung notices Jungkook in the picture becomes a kind of symbol. A symbol of how a true relationship doesn't need a long explanation, but a closeness that was born not from chance, but from the thousands of days they spent together. Laughter in the dorm, hard training until late at night, dreams built together in the midst of uncertainty.